Hello and welcome everyone. This is part 2 of my impressions of first 20 hours of Skyrim. I ended off with enchantment. I got a little cut off. Um, Now I'm going to talk about the skilling, and I will have a point system, by the way, at the end of this, a score out of 10, and then overall I think it's at 70, and I'll make it into an out of 10 score. The setting, I gave it 10 out of 10. I don't give anything 10 out of 10. That's just my philosophy. Nothing's perfect, but in video games so far, there has never been anything even close, and I will just say that this is a perfect setting. That's it. The combat, I'll give a 9. I was going to give it an 8, but I think for the game that it is great. Absolutely great combat. And now I'll move on to skilling. So, enchanting, smithing, alchemy, there's cooking, there's harvesting, flowers, stuff like that. There's all kinds of crafting, armor, and crafting, necklaces and stuff like that. Any kind of apparel, any kind of weapons. You can improve weapons. You can enchant weapons. You can enchant armor. Alchemy is making potions. Now, the skilling I haven't got too far into. I've been doing whatever I pick up. I haven't bought any ingredients. Whatever I've picked up, I have I've turned them into alchemy potions, or I have turned them into, I've upgraded my armors and weapons. Sometimes they're a pain in the ass to find. I'm sure once you get used to it, though, you will know where to go and stuff like that. I think that the skilling is really pretty good, especially for a standard day nowadays RPG with not much skilling involved. This is pretty involving. The smithing's good. The enchanting is great. I haven't got too far into it, but from what I've done, it's great. The alchemy is a lot of trial and error. Or you could buy, let's say, recipes for certain potions and stuff like that. I like to try. You get to find out some pretty cool stuff. There's invisibility potions. There's all kinds of stuff like that. Cooking is kind of speaks for itself. You mix up ingredients you find. You see what you can make. That goes from plain old cooked salmon to apple cabbage stew. So the cooking it's pretty deep. Although it doesn't have that much use. But the skilling is pretty good. Although, for me personally, I won't play this game for that much. I use most of the skills for combat, eventually. But I'd say the skilling's pretty good. I'd give it about an 8. Just because I'm not that into it doesn't mean it's not good. An 8 is good on my scale. An 8 is good. A 7 is par, about. A 9 is great, absolutely great, and a 10 is flawless. So, I'm going to go into a little bit of magic now. I'm not into magic. I'm not into magic in games. I really am not into that whole kind of thing. I'm not specifically into guns either. I like Assassin's Creed combat, but the magic in this game has to be talked about. The battle magic, the destruction, there's conjuring, which you make weapons, or you kind of conjure up, literally, a type of NPC, non-playable character, like, for instance, the first one I got was a fire something. It's like this fire lady that comes, and she's like an enemy in any other instance, but since you conjured her, she's an ally for you. Cool, really cool. Gets useful. You can conjure up swords and bows and stuff like that. I like to use conjured swords. They're pretty powerful. And it's just cool to use a conjured sword. You don't have to carry around a Um, the other magic, there's restoration, which is kind of like healing and curing and stuff like that. That's useful. I just used the basic one. But the destruction spells get pretty cool. Pretty crazy. Um, you can really do a variety of things with magic. That's basically the word that describes this game is variety, because you can do so much with every single skill. So the magic, I mean, it's cool. And I'm not talking about looks or anything. The effects. There's different effects to every kind of magic you use. You can enchant, or you can poison. Sorry, for changing position there. You can really. There's certain spells that have certain effects on things like frost damage and stuff like that, which is really. I mean, the magic is deep. It's really deep. Everything in this game is deep. So, the skilling, like I said, was an 8 out of 10. The magic is 10 out of... I'll say 9 out of 10. It is great. It's deep. It has to do with combat, skilling, defense, healing, everything. The magic has to do with everything. I'm going to go into skills. This is the green skills. Now, I wouldn't know what I would call them besides like skilling and crafting and stuff like that. I'll call them miscellaneous. Now, there's sneaking, pickpocketing, lockpicking, couple other things. They're all deep. They really are. The perks for everything are all. I mean, like I said earlier, they're not always absolutely needed, but they almost every perk besides the damage bonuses, they're unique, just like Fallout. They're great. The sneaking is cool. The pickpocketing works well, just like Fallout. The lockpicking is fantastic, I think. I mean, you can cheat it, just like any game, you can cheat it. I personally enjoy it. I think I'm level 60 lockpick already. I pick everything. No matter what it is, I'll pick it. I have almost an endless supply of lockpicks. I haven't really put perks into it because it's not that hard. But there are some cool perks, like you can get more loot, more special loot. There's really cool perks for lockpicking. They require high level. So I've been building it up. I've been picking every chest, every door, and I like it. I have fun doing it. So I'll give those green set of skills a 9. This will be continued in part 3. I'm going to do some smaller segments now because I have to cut them. And I cut that last video. It kind of sucked to cut off the end. So I had to pick up kind of randomly. It didn't work out very good. So my max is about 10 minutes. I think it's 10:01 is my max. So I'm going to continue this in part 3, which I will have graphics, overall gameplay, replay value, variety. I'll go over the items, and I'll do story and side quests in part 3 and 4 and the overall score. And that's it. Continue in part 3. Thanks a lot for watching, and leave me your opinions or whatever suggestions. Tell me how you feel. And I just want to say something real quick. I don't have his permission, but there's a guy named Lawrence. His name is Lawrence. His YouTube name is Conscious Gamer, The Conscious Gamer 1. And he does a lot of reviews that I just love the guy's opinion. I just want to let everyone know I'm really inspired by him, personally. So, if you want to see other opinions on Skyrim and you like this kind of review, this kind of not typical, or what's that word I'm looking for? It's not exactly the normal approach to a review. Watch his Skyrim reviews, videos, everything. He really is. He has a great channel. I'm subscribed to him. The first person I ever subscribed to. and because I'm new